Ladies love lashes. We do extensions, we do expensive mascara, we do primer, we do Latisse. I've done all those things. I tried magnetic eyelashes and they fell off in Thanksgiving dinner. So after much research, I figured out how to wear beautiful faux mink false eyelashes that last for 5 days, and I'm going to share all my tips and tricks with you. Hi, welcome back. I'm Trish. You've made it to my channel, That's So Trishy. We talk about all kinds of things, beauty, health, fashion, motivational, especially for the woman over 40, but really for all women and men. If you want to wear false eyelashes, that's on you, boo. But yes, that was a true story. I lost my magnetic lashes in Thanksgiving dinner and was mortified. That was part of the catalyst that I gotta find something different. So if you're like me and you're looking for the tip and tricks to make them stay on, most of us love beautiful luscious lashes, but they can be kind of tricky. Well, if you will watch this tutorial and follow my just a few tips, I think you can master it as well. So let's take a look. Let's go back to my vanity. Let's take a look at my application and I will teach you how I make my lashes last for 5 days. I have applied all of my makeup except for eyeliner, which I will do after my lashes application. So I'm going to grab a new packet of the lashes, and this is what they look like. They come in a package actually of 3. They're faux mink. I'm going to link everything in the description box. Guys, I love these. I've been using these for about 1.5 years. A package of 3 cost me about $6. So literally, my eyelashes cost less than $5 a month. I use 2 types of eyelash glue. Currently, I'm just using Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive in the clear. I have used Duo before. It's really good. The only thing I prefer about the Kiss is the applicator brush is more narrow. And I find that helps the lashes go on better. Then I also use a second adhesive, and I'm not hooked to this specific brand yet because I'm trying out a few. All right, for the second glue, yes, we're using 2 glues. This is glue in the color of black, and this is Lash Couture, and this is Strip Lash Adhesive, and it also has that narrow brush. So there is a trick to why I use 2. We're going to take a look at it in a second. I've opened up my package. This is what it's going to look like when you take it out. And here is step 1 to making these last for 5 days. You have to make them fit your specific eyes. I didn't realize when I first started doing this that you cut eyelashes. I guess everybody else knows that, but I did not. So I have learned, because I've done this so long, that if you can see, they kind of have little sections, like this is a section, this is a section. For my eyes, I cut off 2 sections. So I'm gonna don my glasses, I'm gonna grab a lash, and I'm gonna cut off 2 sections. Now, people laughed at me on my first video that I did over 1 year ago, 3-day lashes before I got really good, and they're like, are those trauma scissors? If you know what trauma scissors are, then you may be a nurse or a trauma doctor. Yeah, I was a ER trauma nurse for a long, long time. And so all we have in our home is trauma scissors. So I'm gonna grab the second one, and I am going to cut off 2 sections of that to fit my eyes. I'm gonna compare both sides to see if they are similar. And they are. I think this one I just need to cut off a little bit. Now, I don't know if you can see, there's a little nub on that. You want to cut off that little nub or that's going to poke you. Nobody wants to be poked. Do they still have that poke feature on Facebook? Because how annoying was that? I don't even know if they still have that. But I remember every once in a while somebody would add you as a friend and then they would poke you, like virtually, and I'm like, I don't want to be poked in real life or virtually. So anyway, all right, next step is you're going to take your lashes and you're going to take the clear adhesive glue and you're going to go right along the strip. takes a minute for the camera to adjust. You're gonna go right along the strip and you're just gonna put your glue. And I'll show you in just a second, because it is very difficult for me to do this in front of the camera and with no glasses on. So we'll see if I can hold that for you. Let the camera adjust. So I've just put a thin line. It wants my face out of there. I just put a thin line, and then I'm gonna turn that upside down and I'm gonna set it on my vanity. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna do the other lash. Now here's the secret number 2. You don't want to get in a hurry. Don't think that, oh my gosh, I've got to hurry up and get this on because I put the glue on. I let my glue set 10 minutes, and I think that is part of the trick. If you try to put this on wet and gooey, it's just going to slide around. So I've put the glue on the second lash, turn it upside down. I usually glance at my phone from my clock and see how much time I have, and then you're gonna go in and you're gonna apply a thin layer over your eyelash. Now I'm looking in my makeup mirror here, and I'll be honest, I'm not always super neat, so if you get a little globbier, just touch it up. I try to put a little extra on the ends because that seems to be where our eyes water. So just a thin to medium layer of lash glue. But that is another trick, is you need the lash glue on the lash and on your eyelids. So now we're going to look at our timer, and I'll be back in 10 minutes and we'll be ready to put them on. So the next step you want to do after you've let that glue set for 10 minutes is you want to shape them. They come pretty straight, and we're going to bend them just to give them a little bit of curve. This one has got a little bit longer eyelashes on the right side, so it's going to go over here on my eye, and I'll let you see in just a second, but I've got to put it on in my makeup mirror so I can see good. So you want to push it back as far as you can. We're close. And then I use a little tool, looks like this, to kind of poke it down further. You really want to avoid getting glue on your fingers because then they're not going to stick. And then another trick is you're going to push them back. You want to push them back as far back on your lid as you can. And guys, these really stay on me for 5 days. I started taking swimming lessons. If any of you guys have followed my TikTok, I talked about the craziness that has happened this month. I was scouted and auditioned for a reality show. I can't tell you which one because I signed a confidentiality agreement, and I made it to the semifinals, but I missed the cut at the very end. It really, really works. So I'm taking that tool again and I'm just poking it down and I'm pushing as far back. If you don't push back, you're gonna see a gap when you get them on. So we're gonna just let them set for a few minutes. You need to get 2 different kinds of glue. I use Kiss Strip Adhesive. It's super cheap. It's like $4. One trick about this is I throw it out after 30 days. You aren't even close to being done after 30 days, but it just gets tacky, so pitch it. It's like $3. And then you get the second eyelash glue in black because we are going to use this as an eyeliner. So I don't put it on every day, but I usually put it on day 1. And then by like day 3, sometimes you can start to see a little bit of the glue. I take the black eyelash glue and I go over it like an eyeliner, and so it hides any of the white clear glue that's kind of starting to turn white, and it hides any imperfections, and it helps it stay on for 5 days. So I'm going to do a strip of this. I'm trying not to hold my mouth wide open because why do we girls always do that? And it literally is just like eyeliner. Now, if you wonder, I don't use this at the onset because I'm not coordinated enough. If I use this for the main one, I'm gonna have it smeared all over. The last thing I do is I just take my cleanly washed fingers and I just kind of shape them out. If I think the lashes need to come up a little bit, I'll kind of curl them up with my fingers because the glue is still molding. It's already sticking pretty good, but it's still pretty moldable. So this is the time. If you see that you haven't got them pushed back all the way, this is definitely the time. But I think it's looking pretty darn good. So there you go, guys. 5-day lashes. So if you do those key principles, put the glue on both sides, the lash and the faux mink lash. Cut them down to shape of your size. Let the glue set for 10 minutes and accent it with black eyeliner glue. I promise you, you can do it as well. These lashes have lasted me 5 days for months and months and months. I change them out every 5 days, and even swimming. I recently, this is crazy, I recently was scouted on TikTok to audition for a reality show, and it was going to be an adventure reality show. Well, what I don't think they knew, there was a question on the application that said, rate how well you are as a swimmer. And I said, below average, which really meant I can't swim. And so I made it to the semifinals of the auditions. I made it pretty darn far. They told me I was almost on the show, but what they didn't know was I went and took swim lessons, because I thought if they're gonna dump me out in the ocean or maybe whitewater rafting, I am not gonna be the sis going down who can't swim. So I enrolled in private swim lessons, met a wonderful, beautiful instructor. I just loved her instantly. But I know when she saw me coming with my faux mink eyelashes, she probably was like, well, I've never had a chick come with false eyelashes. And then I know she had to be thinking, are those gonna stay on? Well, we are finishing up my last lesson, and I think it's been 5 or 6 weeks, and they actually have stayed on every single time until a couple days ago, and I accidentally tugged on my goggles and pulled my eyelash off. So my disclaimer to you is, as long as you don't pull your goggles off forcefully in frustration, these are going to last you 5 days. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, would you consider giving it a thumbs up? Just that little click helps YouTubers like me so much. And consider subscribing. It's free. And we have all kinds of fun shenanigans around here talking about beauty, health, fashion, all kinds of things for the woman over 40 and even below 40 or over 40, or everybody really. I would love it if you would also consider following me on Instagram or TikTok. I have so much fun on all these platforms, but I do a little bit different things on each platform. My handle on all platforms is That's So Trishy, and I also have a new blog, www.thatssotrishy.com. I'd love you to join me over there. All right, girl, you need to get on Amazon. You need to order these faux mink eyelashes. They're like $6 for a pack of 3, and get your inexpensive glue. And I want to know in the comments, have you worn false eyelashes before? What's the longest they've ever lasted for you? And are you going to try it? Thanks so much for stopping by That's So Trishy. I will see you next Sunday, 12 p.m. Central. I upload a video every week. Bye. That's so dumb, Trish. So dumb.